Hey there, you guys. This is Jaden Pictures here. This is Jaden talking here. Please excuse this middle finger ad in the background. I'll set the video as not made for kids because of that. Yeah, sorry if you don't like this ad in the background, but this video ain't about this ad. Nope. This video will be about this video will be another tier list video for today, and this tier list will be about my tier list on Dragon Ball games. Yep, my tier list about Dragon Ball video games. Yep. The Dragon Ball games. Yeah, I grew up with the Dragon Ball games, and I've had a lot of fond memories over the years playing Dragon Ball games, and yeah, I really enjoy the Dragon Ball games. I enjoy Dragon Ball games like how I enjoy the Dragon Ball anime itself. In fact, the Dragon Ball video games were what got me into the Dragon Ball anime, as I said in my in my backstory with Dragon Ball video. Yeah, like I said before, the Dragon Ball games were what got me into Dragon Ball. Like how the Naruto games were what got me into Naruto. Like I remember like seeing the character designs from like Budokai Tenkaichi 3, and I was like blown away. I thought the characters looked so cool. I thought the characters looked so cool through the games. I thought their attacks were cool. Their transformations were cool. Yeah, I thought all that stuff was so cool. And yeah, the games were what got me to fall in love with Dragon Ball. Yeah, I've grown up with Dragon Ball games, and I really enjoyed Dragon Ball games growing up. There's some Dragon Ball games I'm not the biggest fan of, but like I think out of all the Dragon Ball games I've played, I wouldn't exactly call any of them bad. Okay, call me like a fanboy if you want, but I don't think I would exactly consider any Dragon Ball game I've played to be bad. So yeah, sorry guys, there'll be no games that I'm at D tier. I'm sorry. But yeah, there will be a lot of games ranked at the positive tier, of course. And yeah, this will be in my tier list on Dragon Ball games. But just so you guys know, even though I'll be ranking a lot of games on this, in this video, I'm not going to rank literally every single Dragon Ball game ever, even though there's a lot of Dragon Ball games listed out here. But yeah, just so you guys know, I haven't played every Dragon Ball game. I haven't even come remotely close to playing every Dragon Ball game, even though I grew up with Dragon Ball games and they're my introduction to Dragon Ball overall. I haven't played every game. Like, in fact, there's some Dragon Ball games I've never played before, but have seen a lot of gameplay videos on YouTube for, so I have somewhat of an experience with it. Like, Budokai Tenkaichi 1, for example. I've never played Budokai Tenkaichi 1. Never played Budokai Tenkaichi 1 before, yet I've seen a bunch of gameplay videos of it off of YouTube, and yeah, it does look like a pretty cool game. I have a good chunk of knowledge about Budokai Tenkaichi 1, though I've never played it, so that's why I'm not qualifying it for this list. And same thing with Infinite World. I've never played Infinite World either, though I've seen gameplay videos of it off of YouTube. Like, not as many as Budokai Tenkaichi 1, I'd say, but I've still seen gameplay videos of Infinite World, and yeah, it does look like a pretty fun game. But there's one thing that annoys me about Infinite World, and I can tell it has the issue without even playing the game, and that is the fact that it has no tournament mode. Like, what? Okay, seriously, why does Dragon Ball Z Infinite World have no tournament mode on it? Why? Why? That's like one of my favorite things to do in Dragon Ball games. Go on tournaments and stuff, like, play as characters of my choice and give me some goodies while winning tournaments and all that stuff. Seriously, why am I not able to do that in Infinite World? Like, seriously, why can't I do it in Infinite World? Why can't you do that in Infinite World? Why doesn't the Infinite World have a tournament mode? A good chunk of Dragon Ball's fights. Dragon Ball has a lot of fights that are set during tournaments. Why? But yeah, that's a stupid flaw I have with the game. But apart from that, though, there's no real issue that annoys me about the game that much. But still, it doesn't matter too much since I've never played it, and that's why I'm not counting it for this list. Yeah, guys, I ordered out the games I'll be ranking right here, and for the most part, I'll be going through these games in the order that I will be going through the order. I'll be going through the games I play in the order of how I organize them for the most part. So yeah, with all that being said, oh my gosh, we're almost 4 minutes into the video. I haven't even started the tier list. Okay, let me just start. Okay, Budokai Tenkaichi 2. Probably my favorite Dragon Ball game of all time. Going up there in S tier. I love Tenkaichi 2. The story mode's awesome. The soundtrack's awesome. In my opinion, it's slightly a better game than 3. Like, there's some things... I know a lot of people prefer Tenkaichi 3 over 2, and I can understand why, because, it's a sequel, and it's supposed to be better than 2. But I think 2 is better. I think 2 is a bit better, but I still really like 3 too, and I used to think 3 was better. And I've gone back and forth between Tenkaichi 2 and 3 over the years, but as of right now, I like Tenkaichi 2 a bit more than Tenkaichi 3. I think it has more replay value to it. The story mode's better, has a better soundtrack. And but there's some things Tenkaichi 3 does better. Like there's certain attacks Tenkaichi 3 does better than Tenkaichi 2. And of course, you have more characters to pick from, and it covers more of original Dragon Ball and all that stuff. But I still like 2 more than 3. But 3 is still awesome though. Okay, next we're going into the Raging Blast series. Raging Blast 1. This was probably my first Dragon Ball game like, okay, this was definitely my first Dragon Ball game for the Xbox consoles, and yeah, I think I talked about this in my Raging Blast 1 review. Yeah, I like Raging Blast. I really like Raging Blast 1. I think it was my first Dragon Ball game for the Xbox ever, and possibly my first possibly my first game for the Xbox 360 ever. I'm not sure if that's true, but yeah, it was definitely one of the first few games I ever played on the 360, and it's a really good game. But I think it's only an A tier. But if we were to be talking about the soundtrack to this game, then I would easily put it at S tier. But since that we're talking about the game itself, it's only going in A tier. But like the soundtrack wise, it's at S tier. But yeah, the game itself, it only reaches A tier. Only reaches A tier. But I really like Raging Blast 1, though. A tier is a pretty high spot. It has a bunch of modes to pick from, has a good chunk of characters to play as, has nice graphics. But yeah, Raging Blast 2, in my opinion, is better. Yeah, I might prefer Tenkaichi 2 over Tenkaichi 3, but I like Raging Blast 2 more than Raging Blast 1 because even though you have less game modes in Raging Blast 2, you have more characters to pick from, you have more stages to pick from, you have more costumes to pick from. I feel there's just more replay value to. And plus, another thing I like about Raging Blast 2 is how you can pick your computer opponents in tournament mode. Yeah, not something I see very often in Dragon Ball games, so that's definitely one of my favorite things about Raging Blast 2. And it goes up to their S tier as well. Yeah, you can also save a lot more replays in Raging Blast 2, too. Okay, next up is Dragon Ball Z Attack of the Saiyans. I played this game. I remember I had this game on the DS when I was a little kid, and I enjoyed it. But I don't remember I don't remember liking it as much as the Budokai Tenkaichi games or the Raging Blast games. So yeah, I'm just gonna sit down and B. I haven't played it in a while, but I remember when I played it, I thought it was a good game. I don't think I would want to play it compared to the Budokai Tenkaichi games or Raging Blast games. Now, fighters. I haven't played Fighters in a while, but I did play a good chunk of times off of PS4, and it's a fun game. It has a nice 2D style, has great comments, it has great graphics that look like they were took place out of they were straight from a comic book or something like that. And yeah, Fighters is fun. It has a nice unique story mode for Dragon Ball games. Has great graphics, has cool characters. It's a fun game for PS4. Next up is Burst Limit. I know some people would put Burst Limit at S tier, but for me, I think it's only at A tier. I wouldn't put it at S tier. Like Burst Limit, it's a fun game, but like I don't think a Dragon Ball game without tournament mode having only 20 characters, yeah, I don't think it's good enough for S tier. It's an A tier game though. It's pretty cool. It's a fun game with a nice 2D style, great graphics, really good story mode. Especially if we're talking about the cutscenes. Oh my gosh, the cutscenes are so good, and they're probably the best part of Burst Summit. Yeah, there's also a nice soundtrack to this game, and yeah, there's pretty fun stuff to do in this game. It's enjoyable. Next up is Ultimate Tenkaichi. Loved this game as a little kid, but okay, again with like Rage and Blast 1, if we're talking about sound, I would maybe say the same thing about Ultimate Tenkaichi, like I said with Rage and Blast 1. Soundtrack wise, it would probably reach S tier because I love the soundtrack for Ultimate Tenkaichi. It gives me the nice 2000 early 2010s nostalgia and stuff. It's pretty epic. But like the game itself, I loved it as a little kid, but looking back, it's still a good game. But there's some big flaws with the game, like its character roster, its story mode coming out a bunch of fights, like especially during the Buu saga. In I don't think like the whole rock paper scissors fighting style is the best style for Dragon Ball games. I mean, it's something different for Dragon Ball games. Yeah, I like how they were trying to go with something different here, but still, yeah. Yeah, the I feel the fighting system is too slow paced, and I don't think the rock paper scissors system is like the best type of fighting style for Dragon Ball games. And yeah, the roster is lackluster. The story mode is pretty. The story mode cuts out a lot of fights, especially during the Buu saga. And yeah, there's a good chunk of problems with Ultimate Tenkaichi, but there's some really good things about it though. Like I'd say the main reason to buy this game is for hero mode. Hero mode, it's a cool mode. I mean, yeah, the creation is very limited, and the Xenoverse games do it way better, but still, like I like hero mode in Ultimate Tenkaichi. It's a nice, fun mode that allows you to take control of your own character, despite the fact that the creation's limited. Well, there's more to it. If I'm correct, there's more to the creation as you go on. But yeah, hero mode's fun. It's nice to be able to have my character interact with other Dragon Ball Dragon Ball characters. That's cool. And hero mode's cool. It's a pretty fun mode, and it has a different type of story mode for Dragon Ball games. That's the main reason to buy this game. But I still don't think Ultimate Tenkaichi is that much of a must get. Xenoverse 2 also B tier. I know a lot of people would put Xenoverse 2 at A or S tier, but for me, okay, I can imagine me putting one to put it at A or S tier if I were to play more of it, but I've only played it a few times on the PS4. And it's a good game. Its character creation is much better than Ultimate Tenkaichi's, definitely. Though, of course, I think it's pretty much supposed to be better than Ultimate Tenkaichi's. Ultimate Tenkaichi's character creation mode is not that hard to beat. But yeah, I've played Xenoverse 2 a few times, and it's a good game, but my main problem with the game, the loading screens are so slow. Seriously, the loading screens are so slow. Oh my gosh, I swear they're like a minute long. Come on. Come on, they're too slow. They're too slow for video games. Too slow for Dragon Ball games. Come on. And yeah, even though Xenoverse 2 is a Dragon Ball game, I feel Xenoverse 2 doesn't really capture the feel of Dragon Ball games as well as like older Dragon Ball games do. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's because of it's a filler story mode and or because of the character creation. I don't know. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like Xenoverse 2 captures the feel of Dragon Ball as well as the other games do. But still, if I play Xenoverse 2 is a fun. It's a good game. I might play more of it one day, and I can imagine me putting it at a higher tier if I were to play more of it. But still, so far from what I've played of it, I think it's only a B tier. Yeah, I think it's only a B tier game. Next up is Dragon Ball Revenge of King Piccolo, A or S. I mean A or B. Not good enough for S. A B tier. It's a good game. It's a good game for the Nintendo Wii. That's for the original Dragon Ball, and yeah, it's a fun game. It's kind of sucks how it doesn't have a normal versus mode on it, but still it has tournament mode, and it has a cool adventure mode where you take control of Goku and all that. And yeah, it's a good game, but yeah, I don't think it's like it's a God 2 type of game, unlike the other two Dragon Ball games they made for the Wii, which are the Tenkaichi sequels, if you're wondering. Next up is Budokai 1. Uh, do I A or B? I think I'm gonna go with A. Budokai 1, yeah, this was like the first Dragon Ball game ever made, if I'm correct. And yeah, it's a good game. It's a good game. It's a good game. I mean, sure, the graphics might be pretty dated, but hey, it's a really old game, so they have an excuse for that. It has a nice story mode that has accurate cutscenes. It has a decent character roster. Good game. Good game. I enjoyed it. Budokai 3, definitely better. Definitely better. Well, of course, it's a game sequel. After all, game sequels are supposed to do everything better than the original. Yeah, Budokai 3 at A tier. Budokai 3 is better in my opinion. Sure, the story mode might not be as accurate in Budokai 3 as it is in Budokai 1, but still, I like Budokai 3 more. You have a lot more characters to pick from. You have more stages to pick from, and this, if I'm correct, this is the only Dragon Ball game where that has Boo's body as a stage. So yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Not even Raging Blast 1 had that, and it's also one of the only Dragon Ball games to feature the part of the story in Dragon Ball Z where Goku and Vegeta are inside of Boo's body in its story mode. So yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, Budokai 3, it's a nice, fun 2D game, and I can imagine it being my favorite 2D Dragon Ball game. Yeah, next game on the list is, I got this for Christmas in 2019. It's like an HD collection that has both Budokai 1 and Budokai 3. Yeah, also A tier. I don't think I really need to explain too much why this one's at A tier. It's nice to be able to play HD versions of both Budokai 1 and Budokai 3, although I've never, ever played either of these outside the HD collection. But I think I've had a good chunk. But I think I have a good chunk of. I don't think I need to play the PS2 versions of these games if I played these games off like the HD collection, which was made for the Xbox 360 and stuff. Even though I know the soundtrack is different and those versions of the game, but still same gameplay, same gameplay, same style, same all that stuff. Okay. Next up is Dragon Ball Fusions. B tier, it's a nice, fun adventure game, and it also allows you to create your own character. It also works much better than Ultimate Tenkaichi that does an Ultimate Tenkaichi. But still, one big flaw I have with this game, though, and it's probably what keeps it from being A tier, is I have no idea how to save data in this game. Like, seriously, I tried searching up how you save data in this game, but no, like, every time I turn the game off, it just won't save data. And, when I turn the game back on and give it another shot, I have to restart the whole story mode all over again. I have to, create a new character all over again. I have to team up with Goten and Trunks all over again. It's so annoying. It's so annoying. If it wasn't for that flaw, I can imagine this game being at like A tier or possibly even S tier. But no. It sits at B tier. That's such an annoying flaw. Like, seriously. Like, hopefully, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. This might be a nitpick, though. I'm sure there might be some way to bypass that issue, but still, from what I've played, that issue like kind of really tones down the game for me. And keeps that B tier. Keeps that B tier. It's still a good game though. It's still a nice game that I got for my birthday in 2017, which was my 13th birthday, by the way. So yeah, my first birthday as a teenager, which was a really good birthday, by the way. But yeah, that's about it. Yeah, is there any other game that I can rank? Let me look through these. Yeah. Um, yeah, guys, I can imagine that's disappointing some of you guys, but I think those are really all the Dragon Ball games off of here that I'm qualified to, that I'm qualified enough to rank. So yeah, so I can see how this tier list would be disappointing to some of you guys because I only ranked like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Like I only ranked like around like 15 games, like almost 15 games. And yeah, guys, I know it's pretty lackluster. I know there's people out there who have done way bigger Dragon Ball game tier lists than this, but still, guys, yeah, I know I need to play more Dragon Ball. I should probably play more Dragon Ball games if I want to do this type of list justice. But like, yeah, these are pretty much all the games, all the Dragon Ball games I'm qualified enough to rank. And yeah, guys, I also know that there's no no games at C or D tier. Yeah, well, I'm a Dragon Ball fanboy, so yeah, it does make sense. But yeah, this is my Dragon Ball game tier list. This is my Dragon Ball game tier list. Um, quick recap: S tier, Budokai Tenkaichi 2, 3, Raging Blast 2, A tier, Raging Blast 1, Dragon Ball Fighters, Dragon Ball Z Burst Limit, Budokai 1, Budokai 3 in this HD collection for both games. B tier, Attack of the Saiyans, Ultimate Tenkaichi, Xenoverse 2, Dragon Ball Revenge of King Piccolo, Dragon Ball Fusions, and that's about it, guys. That's about it. That's my tier list. I know this isn't the most like informative Dragon Ball game tier list ever, but this is my tier list. I don't know. Maybe if I play more Dragon Ball games, and maybe I'll update this list, and do like a little part 2 to this list, and let you guys know let you guys know where I'd rank the games I started to play after I get this video out. But still, yeah, guys. At least as of right now, this is like all the info. This is all the info I have for you guys, and yeah, this is my Dragon Ball game tier list. And yeah, also, guys, please keep in mind that my opinion has changed a lot, so the list might not be permanent. And yeah, that's it for the tier list, you guys. What do you guys think of the tier list? What are your favorite Dragon Ball games? How would your Dragon Ball game tier list go? You guys can answer in the comment section down below if you want. And yeah, that's all for this video, you guys. Bye, everyone. Good night, and thank you all for watching this video.